and welcome to the Perth Blue Baggers pod. My name is Louis, your host.
And I'm Marty on special comments.
So today, just the review, because there is no need to preview any other round. Review of round 24 against Essendon. So let's get straight into it. Plenty to discuss, and then there will be a season review later on, probably next weekend. So stay tuned for that. Let's get into this. Okay.
Well,
We ended the season on a high.
It's great to win our last two games. Port Adelaide and Essendon.
First time since 2013 we won a game
The last game of the home and away season. So that felt good. I mean, Essendon are not travelling well.
No.
They were poor. But even so, you can only beat the team that you're playing against. And this was a pretty consistent four-quarter performance.
Mm-hmm.
So we won 3 of the 4. The one we didn't win was last quarter when it didn't matter as much. And in fact, I think we fought back when we were challenged in that last quarter, which is always good to see. I think they kicked the first 3 goals of the last quarter and, there was just the slightest sniff. But, we fought back and kicked the last 2 goals of the game.
Yep.
So that was good to see. Look, we set it up pretty well with the by half time we had a 5-goal lead, and that was really important. Probably our best quarter was the second quarter, I think. We kicked 4 goals.
Yeah.
Kicked another 4 goals in the third quarter. Look, we kicked 3 goals, 4 goals, 4 goals and 2 goals. So pretty consistent. I'm mentioning that because throughout this season we've had some good quarters and some poor quarters in a given game.
Yeah.
Even when we won. And this was, I think, just a bit more consistent, which was pleasing to see. The other thing I just wanted to point out that really struck me about this game was how good our youngsters played.
Yeah.
They were just fantastic. And that's really exciting. And there were 6 of this year's debuts playing. And I think the only one that didn't play was Harry O'Farrell, who we know has done his knee.
Yeah.
And there was a nice photo of all 6 of them.
Yeah.
And they made a great contribution. And so, I think that was the real positive to take away from me. Some of our newer players playing really well, making a good contribution. They're in the votes for me, and so they should be. And look, yes, there were some great players, some existing players I'll come to. Some of our stars stood up as well. But that's, we're a club where we need those top 4 or 5 players to be better supported. And what we saw, I thought, was probably some green shoots in that respect. Some of the younger kids have shown a bit of potential.
I think we're just starting to see that, and hopefully if we carry that onto the next season, the depth drop-off will be less significant. Let's get into some stats.
Just some.
How did we win the game?
I thought we were definitely more efficient, and that's important because this didn't show up in terms of the overall disposal efficiency. But if you went and if you were watching the game, we did use the ball more effectively than them.
Compare our average for the season has been 70.7%, the lowest of any other team, so 18th. We were up 7% more than usual.
10% more effective than normal.
Yeah.
So I just thought we were much more consistent. We won
the efficiency inside 50. What's that? Above.
This one here. This time we're only even again. I don't think, but if you watch the game, you see that there were some really good passages of play. And when we were playing well, we moved the ball well.
Yeah.
We were much more fluid. I'll tell you who was really good in the first half, Sam Walsh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is a guy who's missed a lot of the season. He came back last week as almost BOG, and this week he was fantastic again. He got subbed out, I think that was planned, being the last game of the season and whatever else. But he only played 54 minutes on the 54% of game time. And he, despite that, was one of the most efficient guys. Yep. If you ever look at his time on ground, it really sticks out amongst everyone else.
54%, was it?
Yeah. So that's really low.
Yeah.
We won the lowest ones on the ground.
28 disposals, that's crazy.
28 disposals.
And he did it last week too. He got 28 disposals and 64% time.
He had the lowest percentage of time on the ground, aside from the 2 subs.
Wow.
And yet he's racked up 28 touches. And he was very good early.
Mm.
You know, so it's good having him back. But it did speak to how we use the ball more effectively, I reckon, than we've used in the past. I mean, granted, it was, like I said, a weaker team, which allows you to do that sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think we showed that we can play the way we need to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, the question has to be asked, where's this been all season?
Sometimes though poorer teams do allow you to play that way.
Yeah.
When a better team puts the pressure on the ball carrier, a lot. I mean, we won the clearances as we usually do, the stoppages as we usually do. I think when I reckon one of the
50's very
one
very
of the
done.
one of the litmus tests for me this year has been how have we gone in the uncontested possessions, right?
Yeah.
There were plenty of games where we won the contested possessions, but we didn't win the uncontested possessions. It's because we weren't running enough, we didn't get into space enough, and we didn't move the ball quickly enough. And that showed up in our uncontested possessions.
Yeah.
This time, we won the uncontested possessions quite clearly.
Mm.
That showed that we're linking up
Way
more.
above our average of 214, we got 277.
That's way above the average.
Yeah.
Way above. So,
Good
you know,
job.
there were I think there's some of the hints as to why we were more effective this time around.
Most certainly. So we can go into our 5-4-3-2-1 votes, which we very much
Yes. So
enjoy.
look, the first three for me were really tight. I thought there were three exceptional players for Colton. Georgie Hewitt, who racked up 36 touches and was just in everything. And it's not just like the touches that he racked up; it's his all-round game as well.
Yeah, so, 10 clearances, 7 score involvements, 14 contested possessions, a goal, 5 inside 50s and 10 ground balls.
Yeah. So he's topped the clearances. He's topped the disposals. He's been in everything. So I thought he's very consistent, Georgie Hewitt. This is the man who's almost certainly going to win our best and fairest at the end of the year. He's been exceptional all season, and he finished strongly. I was umming and ahhing between a midfielder, a forward, and a defender, who I just thought the three of them were exceptional. And it's a little bit hard to compare apples and oranges. Each of them did their job really well. So hats off to George Hewitt. Second, our best forward by miles, I thought, was Frankie Evans. He was just fantastic. He was in everything. And, I think I got a bit frustrated with Frankie really early in the season because he did win the ball, but he couldn't use it well. Now he's one of the best ball users in the team.
It's a crazy shift. You just trust him with your life with when he's got the ball in hands now.
He was spotting up people left, right and centre.
Yeah.
And it's not just the goals he kicks, it's all the others that he helps set up. So, yeah, he was fantastic, I thought.
He has kicked 11 goals in the last 4 games, which is one more than his previous best in an entire season.
And I love small forwards who tackle. And he had 5 tackles as well.
So if you hear the thunder.
A bit of a storm outside, listeners. But, yeah, that was quite stunning. Look, he was really in the middle of everything. And it was his last month has been exceptional.
Yep.
So one midfielder, one forward. Like I said, 3 outstanding players. I just love Jacob Wiedering's game.
Yep.
Now,
Free vote.
he's had a couple of games in recent times where he's made the odd error here and there, but he's one of the most reliable, dependable players you've ever seen. And every time the ball went anywhere near him, he either marked it or got the spoil.
I really like in this saying that everyone's saying the Great Wall of Wietering.
He almost never loses a one-on-one contest. A straight one-on-one contest. You cannot outmuscle him.
Yeah.
He's too strong.
I think he's clearly the best one-on-one defender in the comp. Maybe just doesn't have as much impact as maybe like the...
there are other types of defenders who'll run the ball out more.
Stuff like that.
Things like that. Probably get more touches
Yeah.
during the game. But if you had one person to pick on their best forward across the whole league, if you pick one person to play on your superstar, play against the superstar forward, it would be Jacob Wietering.
Size too is quite apparent.
And he was just so dependable against Essendon.
Yeah.
For me, Wiedering stats don't actually matter that much because of his role. His role is not to rack up stats. His role is to repel thrusts.
Yeah.
Right? And he did that exceptionally well. So, yeah, if you watch the game, you look at and you go, this guy, I mean, he had 13 touches. And what we do?
I'll go through the stats.
Yeah, but he's had 9 marks, which is important.
7 of which were intercept marks.
Yeah, and intercept marks is where you know that's not a regular possession, is it?
No.
It's worth a lot more.
100% disposal efficiency. 10 of his 13 disposals were intercept possessions, and 7 1%ers, so 7 spoils.
So of those 13 possessions, 10 of them were intercepts.
Yeah.
Right? So almost all the time, no one's kicking the ball to him. They're kicking the ball to his opponent, and he's outpacing them, outpointing them, too strong for them.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good record. Most intercept possessions in the game. He's also using the ball well. Disposal deficiencies. 8 of his 10 positions, intercept positions are contested, and he just dominated.
Yeah, the intercept marks, 5 were contested marks too, so even better.
Yeah, so he's just outpointing others. Anyway, enough on Wiedering. I could talk all day about Wiedering. I thought he was sensational. Then I think they were the 3 really outstanding players, and I could have had them in any order.
Yeah.
Really. I thought there was a lot of other players that played well.
Certainly going through.
One of my favourites this year has been Zach Williams.
Yeah.
I thought he was really lively, especially in the first half when we really needed him. He's the kind of guy that just pops up with useful things and useful goals at important times. And we saw that again, I thought, at a number of crucial junctures.
18 disposals, 6 score involvements, 1 goal, 17 pressure acts, 5 ground balls, and 5 clearances. So he's making the most of his midfield time.
And he's been put in the midfield because people realise that he's the guy that has an impact.
Yeah.
So.
And we've had to find replacements for Cottrell and Elijah, and probably be doing that role as well.
Yeah. So he's just, he's a very handy player to have around. Yeah, really handy. So, Jack Williams, 2 for mine. And Flynn Young. I talked about youngsters. So Frankie Evans is still pretty new, and so is Flynn Young. This was probably Flynn Young's best game for the club.
Yeah, it's a breakout.
He was fantastic. He was in everything. He kicked 2 goals as well. So you need your players to be slotting them, and he did. They're both excellent shots. 442 metres gained. He was one of those guys that was crucial to our links going forward.
5 score involvements, yeah.
Yep.
8 marks.
And he was using the ball well. Yeah, he's quick too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 inside 50s.
8 inside 50s, 5 score involvements. It just goes to show he had 19 touches, which is good, but that wouldn't tell you the full story about his impact, if you ask me. Very impactful.
Yes. So these are the types of games. I think he's done about 2 in a row now, which helps you get, contract extensions at the end of the year.
For mine, Evans and Young, I'm signing them up again.
Yeah.
They've shown me enough.
Good from the list department there and selection. They've been monitoring these players. So SSP for Francis Evans, they saw potential in him. Get him in, and after plenty of criticism, they kept backing him in, and I don't think he would be looking for a trade because...
I'd be really surprised. He got given an opportunity by us, and he's been given a few opportunities this year. So the club's backed him in, and he's paid them back.
Yeah.
So both player and club, you think, would be happy.
Yeah, he'd be the one that I'd give most courageous, maybe, award, if there is one.
He's gutsy.
Because
he throws himself into contests. He got that time he got knocked out.
Yeah.
And he still throws himself into contests.
Yeah.
Yep.
And is that so? You've done your 5 votes there. Underrated.
Just my underrated. For a guy, look, he's a small forward, right? And you think, he has to kick goals, and he didn't kick goals. Or he kicked 1, I think, actually. But he had a big impact. He kicked 1 awesome one straight out of the centre. Jesse Motlop.
Yes.
I thought he was great. I thought he was just really lively. He's playing a fair bit in the centre as well. I thought he throws himself into every contest really well. I think the knock on him at the start of the season was he could slot a classy goal, but he didn't do enough of the other work. He's gone back to the drawing board, and the effort he's putting in and around the contest has been great.
So the rumour is about his midfield minutes is that he initially did not want to do this. Expressed his disappointment in his positioning to the coach, and I don't know why it actually transpired, because he still was given a bit more midfield minutes, but finally it's paying off.
Surely he likes being in the midfield now.
Yeah, well, if you produce 22 disposals, 6 score involvements, 4 inside 50s, 394 metres gained, I think that's midfielder-like.
Yep, I thought he was great. So here's my underrated.
Solid choice. He was my underrated too. So my 5 votes, same with Hewitt for 5, 4 for Evans, same, 3 for Weitring, 2 for Flynn Young, 1 for Ollie Hollins. Consistency, where's his stats somewhere?
Ollie
A
was
consistent year capped off with another great performance, 21 disposals, 81% disposal efficiency, 6 scrambles, 4 score involvements, 19 pressure acts, 4 rebound 50s, and 356 metres gained. So that's a nice, normal performance from him, because we've seen that so much this season, and it's been great to see. As well as the composure with that disposal efficiency too. It's notable.
He's had a pretty consistent season.
Yeah.
Ollie.
And also, there will be player reviews. We'll be doing a whole episode. I don't know how long it will go for, but stay tuned for that. We'll go through kind of all of the players, whether they get delisted or not. I think we will still do it anyway, or traded. Let's go into some of the other players, because I found 15 players of note.
Wow, that's a lot.
It wasn't as good as last week. Last week had 17. But this was still good. Who I wanted to speak about? We spoke about him. Done Walsh.
I've got a few. Akers was, like I said, he did get
5 turnovers and 7 clangers.
Yeah, he did, but he did run a lot more, I thought. And part of his job is to run. He did have 29 touches, which is the second most after Hewitt. Yes, he didn't always use the ball exceptionally well, which is why I didn't get in my votes. But he did run hard, and that's one thing we expect of him.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how many kilometres he ran. But for the player stats that we do know, he had 8 marks, 4 score involvements, 475 metres gained.
That's highest for our team, by the way.
Yep.
475.
So team high, and 79% disposal efficiency. So, I mean, it could be worse. And
just on him, and I'll show you, this speaks to why he's important as well. Let's bring this up. Highest number of uncontested possessions.
Yeah, that means he's running.
That means he's running. That's my proof.
25.
That's my proof.
Yeah.
Right? And Sam Walsh, we mentioned earlier, had 23, and only 54% time on the ground, but 25, highest on the ground, uncontested positions.
Yeah, both running along the wing, I think.
Yep. So that's his job, is to run.
Yep.
And he did it.
Yep. He would be making votes if there wasn't so many other good players as well. Let's go into Lockie Cowan. So, sorry, a great second half of the season, also marked by consistency, and he had 22 disposals, 7 marks, 86% disposal efficiency, 6 intercepts, 4 score involvements, and 4 rebound 50s.
Yeah, the intercepts, I like that. It shows he's sharp, he's on the ball, he's playing well. He's had another guy who's had a pretty good second half of the season.
Yep.
Again, had a lot of injuries early on. This kid has a lot of potential. And I think he's developing to what sort of first choice halfback at the moment.
Yep, 100%. Cripper, 28 disposals, 5 tackles, 4 score involvements, 2 goal assists, 17 pressure acts, 6 inside 50s, and 8 ground balls. My only criticism is that he only had 3 clearances and 4 score involvements. But his effort to lift was there.
Yeah, I thought he battled hard all game, Gripper. He had a pretty consistent game. I thought he was pretty good throughout the game. I don't think... I think you're right. I don't think it was one of his most impactful games.
No.
But he definitely was in it the whole way through, and I generally thought he was... it was a pretty solid performance. I think it's the kind of thing, if there's anyone else you go... outstanding, amazing performance. We just sort of used to it with Cripper.
Yeah. Billy Wilson, my boy Billy, in just game 4, he had 19 disposals, 9 marks, 90% disposal efficiency, 92% kicking efficiency from his 12 kicks, 4 score involvements, 16 pressure acts, 3 inside 50s, 2 rebound 50s, 3 intercepts, and 372 metres gained.
This was Billy Wilson's best game for the club.
Breakout, yeah.
He was fantastic. We talked about the youngsters. It's just really good to see him in action. I saw him streaming through the middle a couple of times.
Yeah.
Love that enthusiasm. I think as he grows in confidence, we'll see the kid who tore up the VFL.
That's a real confidence booster game, for him.
That's really going to give him a spring in his step leading into 2026.
True. Sardi, he loves playing against his old team. 16 disposals, 7 marks, 88% disposal efficiency, 5 score involvements, and 6 rebound 50s. Only concern, let Kako kick 2 on him, I think.
Yeah, I thought he was okay. I think Kako got the better of him once or twice. He did do some good things. I still don't think we're seeing the start of old. Streaming through the middle and that racking left foot. Just not seeing enough of that.
That'll certainly be something discussed. In the player reviews, we did Nick Haynes, defensively sound, 15 disposals, 8 marks, 3 of which were intercept marks, 100% disposal efficiency, 5 intercepts, and 4 score involvements. Just
another solid, consistent game from Haynes.
Yep.
Haynes has got another contract for another year. It's not 1 year, isn't it?
I think he's in contract talks. That hasn't been quite confirmed.
Well, I would be stunned if he's not extended for another year. I think he's been a great recruit and been really consistent.
Fruit of the year. And finally, we spoke about Williams. We talk about Matt Carroll, another young gun who provided defence and flair from the back line. So 15 disposals, 7 marks, 2 of which were intercept marks, 80% disposal efficiency, 4 intercepts, 5 score involvements, and 407 metres gained.
Yeah. Matty Carroll's another kid who's had, pretty young. He only made his debut this year.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe, isn't it?
He played 14
Got delisted at the end of last season, didn't he? Yeah, he's just made a great comeback and he's really consistent and he's definitely sort of penciled in immediately when the team's called in the back half of the season. So it's been really good. Probably one more name from me. I thought Harry Mackay was pretty good.
Okay, yeah.
He wasn't inaccurate in front of goal. I would like to see him kick a bit more straight. He was 1-4. But he took 11 marks. I think that might be top on the ground. Yep, for both teams. He when he takes marks, he often takes contested marks, and he did.
Yeah.
He was our one consistent big target all game, and kept on presenting. So 17 touches, which for Harry is a fair bit, and 11 marks. 3 tackles. I thought it was pretty good.
1 goal for... Matt.
Good. That's why it wasn't in my votes.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I didn't think... what you want from Harry is the effort and the presenting consistently.
Yeah, you could still see the confidence.
Yeah, I think he's been good since he's come back in last few games.
Yeah. I think also all of the players that have came back at the end of the season seem to be quite conditioned well. So I think you've got to give a bit of kudos to the conditioning team too.
Yeah, good point. Because they cop their fair share whenever there's injuries, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam Walsh is the best example. Guy's body hasn't held up that well overall. It's definitely looked good.
Yes, and soft tissue injuries, which we'll probably get into in the season review. I don't think that's been as prevalent.
No, probably one of the worst things is the knees.
Yeah.
Jagger Smith, Nick Newman, Brody Kemp, Harry O'Farrell. These guys are out for the whole season. But I don't think that's different. Soft tissues are a conditioning thing. Doing your knees, probably not.
Yeah. And Sam Walsh had some sort of hotspot thing, which took some time, but you see why they were aiming, both Harry and Sam Walsh, for late season returns, because they seem to really enjoy it out there.
Yeah. I got that sense from Walsh, who probably has looked a little bit banged up at times, because he does get a fair bit of attention from the opposition sometimes.
Yep.
But the last couple of games when he's been playing, he's just looked like he's off the chain.
Yep.
So he's got a grin on his face. He's running well.
He loves it here. I think he'll probably stay.
He was really profound about, this is my club and I love playing here and I'm not going anywhere, thanks.
And I think you're seeing your future captain.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I think that he's the next captain of the Golden Football Club.
How good. Well, I think we covered all of the 16 players now. Any other news to come out of there? TDK, a little bit of a inkling that he'll leave with a post-match speach.
Well, he said, thanks for everything and all the best.
Yes.
It sounded a bit like I'm out of here. But anyway, we'll wait and see. I think that now the season's over, probably from this week onwards, we'll start to get a bit of an inkling about some of these guys and where they really stand.
So this is filmed Sunday night, and we believe Monday will be all the exit.
Well, that's the standard.
Or are they going to have... No, I think they had Mad Monday on the Friday.
Yeah, they might have had it on the Friday, but it's often standard that Monday, the Monday after weekends, after the last game, is when you do the exit interviews.
And who will request a trade maybe as well. Hopefully not JSOS. I'd like to keep him, but...
Look, if someone really wants to go, they really want to go. Can't do a lot about that.
Yeah.
But, look, I'm hoping we don't lose any of our high-profile players. I think we've probably conceded we're going to lose TDK.
Yeah.
But if he's the only one, then, of course, there might be a couple of the clubs seeking to move on. I guess we'll see.
There's a few players that are known in the draft for having a good kick, and Harry Dean is the father-son. So we'll probably be looking for that in the draft. But we'll do our research and provide you with some... with a podcast on that later on. So still plenty of content to come in the off-season. It's been a very exhausting year. It's probably going to get a bit more exhausting through the trade period, but then there'll be a nice time to sort of reflect, and I'll be moving on to cricket as well.
Well, I'm looking forward to sort of seeing what changes we might bring in, because I think there's definitely a need for some changes.
Yeah. I
don't think we need to throw everything out, but I'm quite curious to see what approach they take.
Yeah. Okay. So, catch you soon. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. Really would help us out, and it's free. You don't have to pay to do that. And follow us on Instagram. Up the Baggers.
Can the Blues.